The huge news on the world stage, obviously, with Donald Trump supposedly capturing Nicolas Maduro during this operation just several days ago. And I'm going to prove without a shadow of a doubt they're all one working together on the agenda of the New World Order. This is one step closer to getting there. But obviously, taking a look at the hand signs like I'm showing here with Trump and Maduro, they speak through symbolism. They're on the same team. I'll get into that more in a little bit. But first off, let's take a look here at Nicolas Maduro, and obviously in New York, on the helipad after being supposedly brought into the United States to New York, and the wife as well. Take a closer look, and this is nothing more than a movie played off on the world stage to the very naive, gullible, and deceived masses. Just a movie, just a production. Just take a look here at this outfit, and this is Maduro on the helicopter before arriving on the helipad. Obviously not the same. Get a little bit more of the glasses later on, but take a look here. All the outfit changes. And as you can see, Maduro with all the DEA agents. And let's take a little bit of a closer look. And he looks pretty comfortable, pretty casual. Somewhat very comfortable. Take a look here at the agents here. One hand on the shoulder. They're all chum, buddy. This doesn't pass the smell test, of course. Nothing legitimate about this. Take a look here as you see Maduro as he makes his way down this corridor in the DEA facility. He speaks a little bit of English here. Take a listen.
Good night. Happy New Year.
Good night and Happy New Year. And very happy, as you can see. What is this? What's going on here? Very serious so-called situation. And this DEA agent and Maduro, all buddy. And that gets into more of the aspect of those, obviously, on top of the world stage, that are spotlighted again when it comes to Masons. And I'm going to show without a shadow of a doubt, Maduro is one of them. He's just another player on the world stage. Let's take a look here in the courtroom, the first hearing. What do you have here? Maduro doing the Masonic hand sign in this cartoon depiction. But just take a look at the colors. This gold-looking sheet. You got two here in the blue color. So you have the Masonic hand sign, the diamond sign for 33. And you have the golden blue, both in Pythagorean and Chaldean being 33. And definitely, by the time this presentation is completed, there will be no doubt that Maduro, as you see here, is a Freemason, just like they all are when it comes to these so-called world leaders. Take a look here at Maduro, and you see the very Masonic-looking regalia, all dressed up, and a picture says 1,000 words, no pun intended, with the individual in the back. We'll get back to him in a little bit, but first off, take a look at the colors. It kind of reminds me of the Ukrainian flag with the blue and yellow. Of course, with Venezuela, the red is incorporated as well. But again, this is very Masonic. And for those that follow my channel over the years, they'll know I've covered this individual many times. The Grand Sovereign Commander, as you see here, Luther Smith. Basically, look at the, again, Masonic regalia. Same attire, basically. He's wearing a suit. He's wearing a judge's robe, as Luther Smith was a judge. So again, take a look here at the actual necklace. The pennant at the end here. This one has an eagle, but the star and the star. These two individuals, obviously Masons. Make no mistake about that. Going back in time, when it comes to Venezuela, again, the individual in the back. Who is this? That is Simón Bolívar. Very well-known liberator of Venezuela, Peru, Colombia, Panama, and so forth. A third degree Freemason, highly esteemed. And again, I have to be very clear about this. Obviously, standing right in front with Maduro, wearing the Masonic regalia, right in front of a Mason, portrait in the back. And obviously, for those that know, As you see here, Simon Bolivar was president of Venezuela several times. So it's a constant theme when it comes to these so-called world leaders, when it comes to being a Freemason, just like George Washington, as you see here, listed as a Freemason first and first president, also known as a liberator. And basically, history repeats itself with George Washington liberating from England with the 13 colonies, and Simon Bolivar with Spain being the liberator. Let's move forward here. And more symbolism again when it comes to Freemasons. Like I mentioned so many times with the white horse symbolism on the flag. Also, as you see here, the white horse being displayed. That gets back to Simon Bolivar and the white horse. Let's take a look here at this quote. Shortly after Venezuela was founded as a country, from Simon Bolivar, Jamaica Letter 1815, is a great idea to think of forming a single nation of the New World, bound together by one bond that links its parts to each other and to the whole. Basically, the whole New World Order concept, which we'll get into a little bit. But again, the white horse symbolism prominently displayed when it comes to Freemasons. I pointed this out many times in the past. Here's another image of Simon Bolivar on the white horse. This is biblical from Revelation 6, verse number 2. I looked, and behold, a white horse, and he who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. And as I've shown many times over the years, all these events I've covered with Boston, with Bowman, in the white horse, the polo shirt with the white horse. Joe Biden with the red horse. I'll get more into Biden in a little bit. Again, getting back to Boston, and Tsarnaev with the 33 and the black horse. And of course, Oliver Demon when it comes to Blue Origin. And of course, Jeff Bezos supposedly going to space with the pale horse. So all the horses biblically in chronological order as you see here. But like I mentioned with Biden, and I covered this in great detail back in 2021, and I'll just frame it in this way. When Joe Biden was on television getting remedied, the first time he had the white horse. The second time he had the red horse. Again, this is in chronological order, and you can see the Christiana care with the star in the back. All the symbolism is there. Again, they're all about symbolism. I have to be repetitive about this. Just like the past Olympics from Paris, France. Leading all the countries, the white horse. And that's what it comes down to, the New World Order. Again, showing Maduro, once again, with the Masonic regalia. And more to come. Same thing like I showed earlier. Maduro was supposedly on the helicopter, taking a look at those very large type of sunglasses. And what does this look like? With the Masonic ritual, with the blindfold. They like to put their Masonic Easter eggs in plain sight for those that understand the occult. And just take a look here at Nicolas Maduro with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres at the UN. What you clearly see here is the Masonic handshake. Make no mistake about it. Nicolas Maduro would not be in the UN taking part in these discussions at the UN unless he was a Mason himself. I say this many times when it comes to the UN logo. It's obviously the flat earth model, and there are 33 segments. But a very important aspect to mention, there are two. So you have your 33 segments, you have your 33 segments for your dual 33. Just like I showed earlier with Luther Smith, obviously the dual 33 is being displayed. Let's get a little bit of a close-up at clearly the dual 33s in plain sight. And that gets back to this photo once again. I have to really emphasize this about signs and symbols. Again, people have no idea. This is not just by random, it's by design. Again, the 33 segments. And that gets back to Nicolas Maduro, and you see here This is way back, once again, around 2021, and the same agenda being pushed like I showed with Biden, and he's going along with it, obviously at the UN. People can't see how the world as a stage is beyond me, and they play into the theater. Take a look here. Who do you see? This is U.S. diplomat Thomas Shannon, again in Caracas, Venezuela. You get a little bit of a close-up, two different angles, as you see them both together, and the clear Masonic handshake. What people need to understand is, again, all these world leaders are working together as one. They play different roles, but it's like pro wrestling. They're all working together, just like I've shown many years ago with Tony Blair, the Prime Minister of the UK, and as you can see here, Gaddafi, and the clear Masonic handshake. There is no doubt whatsoever that they're both part of the Brotherhood of Freemasonry, and both playing different roles, but showing their allegiance through symbolism. And I should mention for reference regarding the Masonic handshakes, there are different versions. They're not all the same, depending on the grip. So anybody new to this channel, you have to understand there are different grips when it comes to Freemasonry. And also, a huge aspect, as I mentioned, is symbolism. From very famous Freemason Manly P. Hall, when he states, when the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. And also, from Manly P. Hall, it is said that wisdom not lies in saying things, but in seeing through things. And that's the whole entire aspect of analyzing and processing what we're looking at. Not just listen to words, but looking at symbolism. And speaking of symbolism, let's take a look here, once again, at Nicolas Maduro and Elon Musk. And obviously Elon Musk doing the Masonic hand sign. Another huge player in the Masonic world stage is Elon Musk, of course, being propped up at the highest level. In regards to Elon Musk and Maduro, it was made very public that Maduro wanted to fight Elon Musk. Obviously, world stage theater once again, just like what's taking place now. And here you see, this is when Maduro was challenging Elon Musk and doing the 666 hand signs on both hands. And you see here, side by side, Maduro and Trump. They're all on the same team. Now again, getting back to Musk himself and the whole debate with Maduro, take a listen here, where Maduro, you're going to hear him speak some truth in this one clip. But this is to pull people in, to make people really believe that they're actual opposition when they're actually on the same team. Let's take a listen to what Nicolas Maduro says here regarding Elon Musk.
Me dijeron exactamente lo que hay que hacer con el diablo, con los símbolos diabólicos que maneja Elon Musk. Miren su perfil y los símbolos diabólicos que tiene en su pecho.
He's talking about this that I've shown before in previous videos as well with Elon Musk, wearing the Baphomet symbolism with the upside down cross. So again, when it comes to Maduro, he's obviously speaking the truth here. But this is an aspect to try to separate the lines between the two when they're all working together. And just like I showed earlier, with Maduro doing the 666 hand sign on both hands, he's part of the club. Make no mistake about it. And take a look here. More Masonic symbolism at play. You have here with the former Iranian president. Take a look at the Masonic handshake. Clear as day. And what do you see here? As Maduro receives the Order of Liberation. And this is considered in Venezuela the highest honor. And obviously order of, like order out of chaos when it comes to Freemasonry. But obviously for those that know about liberation in Venezuela, getting back to Simon Bolivar, the 33rd degree Freemason, and this is based off him and his work of so-called liberation from Spain. Again, the world stage even back then And that gets back to the headline news article regarding this meeting in Caracas, Venezuela. Again, doing the Masonic handshake. Just take a look here. Iran's Raisi hails New World Order in meeting with Maduro in Venezuela. So clearly, this is predictive programming with New World Order. What's happening right now on the world stage, that's what it's all about. It's order out of chaos. Through the chaos they create, they bring in their so-called order. Just like you see here with this latest headline, Trump's oust Maduro shows America's New World Order is here. A little bit of a close-up, as you can see. And that gets back to the latest headlines where it states here from The Guardian, Trump's New World Order is being born in Venezuela is just a start. There's hints about Colombia next. And obviously Trump wants Greenland. Those in control behind the scenes are behind all of this, of course, and Trump is currently the face of the New World Order agenda, but this goes back in time, of course, to George Bush from back in 1990. You can clearly see the date. The numbers 9 and obviously 11. This was the very first time George Bush mentioned the New World Order. And we know exactly what took place 11 years to the day after he mentions the New World Order. Of course, the 11 as in 2 pillars when it comes to Freemasonry. And George Bush, out of his own mouth, take a listen to the agenda that is currently happening now, that was put on the table many, many years ago.
To move toward an historic period of cooperation. Out of these troubled times, our 5th objective, a new world order.
John chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.